My name is Mark Anthony DuBose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a concept that I didn't come up with this, but a question that has been brought to me all throughout this entire year. And that question is not to say who are you, but who am I? So someone would look at me and ask me that question, who am I? What is the response to that? That's something that, again, today, person posted a video the other day asking the same question again. Who are you? It's something that is very interesting. And then I really got to thinking of a lot of talking on comments in some of my videos have been, man, this stuff's getting really good, really exciting. I really appreciate everybody that puts the energy into asking questions and wanting to know more and just, even if you don't want to know more and you already know it, just to hear someone else's idea and doesn't need to get down to no silly name calling and just silly madness. It could just be adult-like, which I guess I appreciate. Not that even I would police it if it didn't be that way, but just it's cool to be able to have discussions with people. And it's just we all can be able to express ourselves without the fear of just negativity. There may be negativity, but I'll say negativity in the sense of things being hostile where you're starting to feel endangered of your life, for instance. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do. Because I know me, the more and more I keep talking to people, the more I keep getting further into what it is that I believe with my said belief systems. The more I keep challenging it, the more I keep getting closer to it. The more I keep researching, the more I just keep stumbling into it. Because that's something that is a great question of who am I? You know, I say my name, I say my birth date. That's not who I am. I say what I'm doing. When I walk, I'm a runner, I'm a this, but that's not who I am. And the only thing in reality I can come up with, say my own self in my own life, is something that has been able to really, about to fall down, to really has got me thinking is, I am God's project. I am God's being to be able to do and whatever he or it wants from me to do. Not for me to be in control of anything, but for it to be in control of absolutely every aspect of everything that I'm experiencing, seeing, and being about. That I just let it all go. I let everything go. To the point of, I don't want a single thing in my life anymore. I don't care to acquire anything. I don't have a desire to just need to keep purchasing, consuming, just a desire of like even romantic relationships. I just want nothing anymore. And the more and more I keep going further into wanting absolutely nothing, zero expectations. I mean, I'm just like, this may sound messed up, but I just don't care. I don't care. And I don't know how and why, but when I go further into this, I see things around me just start to get just better. And it doesn't quite make sense. And that's why I'm only continuously going further, because each time I go through a weird experience, it just keeps getting better, better and better. The more that I'm just like, I don't care. And not saying that I don't care, like just giving up on life. No, there's stuff that I still have to do during the day. But it's not for me to figure out in reality what it is that I'm going to do for the day. I just wake up and I just get this is what we're doing. This is just what's happening. Some days it's like just kind of just relax, like you're almost doing too much. And when I kind of get to that sense of I'm doing too much, that's when I'm really having to do a self-reflection of, well, that means that I'm again trying to control. I'm again trying to force my own will upon things, as opposed to just allow it to happen the way that it should happen. The more I force myself into situations, this is something that, I mean, I've probably got a dozen videos or more of me saying this. And it's something that I've been challenging with. Just get up and do something. Even if you don't like it, just do it. Just make yourself do it. I question that today. Why should we have to force anything to happen? It should just happen if it's going to happen. If it's meant for you, it's going to happen. You shouldn't have to fight so hard. You shouldn't have to like just dig deep so hard and sacrifice so much just to be able to have what it is that you think that you want. And to me, that's kind of like letting me know that I'm pushing myself further away from being who I am, a created being of God, to be able to do whatever he wants with, whatever he wants. And someone might say, oh, that's something dangerous. But in my life, let's go this way, guys. Let's check out something new today. In my life, that's the part that reading your Bible can get a little dangerous, because God was instructing and telling people to go and, Ophi, just let you know we're headed this way, to do like what seems to be destructive stuff. But that's where I would still give a little bit of a pushback of, like, straight up, this is the unfortunate thing. This is a challenging thing about the Bible, because it's only giving you one side. You don't get to see both sides. You don't know what was going on the other side, on the reasons on why things had to happen. We really don't know. We have no idea. So I can't make an opinion on something unless I have both sides. I can't really say that what they're doing is right or wrong if I don't have both sides. It's like you go into the husband, he's telling the story, and you're going to believe that story. And then you hear from the wife, you're like, whoa, that dude is not right. The wife clarified and brought in the rest of the story that actually told this real story, that now we have to take back what we thought was actually said right or wrong, because now we got both sides of the information. And that's something that is kind of complicated with that book, because it's very one-sided. It's only talking about one side of what's happening here on this planet, and not the overall of everything that's here. I saw a little short from a lady the other day that really got me thinking, because the book does talk about gods, that the God of the Bible is not the only God of this said planet, but the God of that Bible is the only God of this planet that is the said creator of the planet. And there's others that are able to do stuff. That's the whole concept of the book of Exodus, with the whole plagues and all that. The magicians were able to do most all of the plagues that Moses was able to do. So there's gods on this planet right now that can do the same stuff, or say similar to a point of what the said God of that Bible is capable of being able to do. And we don't know what was going on that side of what their gods were instructing to be able to make happen on the planet, such as, I'll come to a sticky situation right now, but I hope I can say this without, my channel's not big enough, so it should be okay. But it's like, we don't know if it's a situation of like back in the days with Hitler doing what he was doing to people. He just wanted to, wipe out and just destroy, and we had to come in and do something that in reality was savage to them to get him to stop. We couldn't just say, hey buddy, how's it going? Can you just stop this? It didn't work that way. We had to come in and do something ruthless to get that to, like, we can't have this going on. So in reality, how do we, oh wow, there's two different routes here. We're gonna go this way. How do we not know exactly what was going on the other side, that when we're reading stories about how they were having to take over the land and keep on going, that stuff like that wasn't going on, that it had to be done? This is the thing. I can never know. All I could do is just keep living and keep just experiencing this world, that if all of a sudden I get this rush of a sensation in me that just wants to go and start harming people just because, then yeah, I'll say, oh, well, something weird's going on here right now. But when I just let it all go and I just allow myself to just be able to be controlled by this God and have no care of anything that I want, I only see things in my life get better, like more peaceful is the word that I could say. There's one thing that I've noticed that's just a huge change in my life recently, this past like month or two, is something weird is going on with my body, that I no longer hold stress in it. I just relax. Like my whole body's chill. I used to always like be a little shivery, a little chill, a little like I'm always just holding tension in my legs, holding tension in my jaw, just holding tension in my back. Just all this tension is always in my body. I've noticed that, because that's one weird thing that I was just sitting down yesterday, just like, man, I'm so relaxed right now. So relaxed. Like I'm just, and I've noticed I don't have, because I had a little thing, a couple weeks ago, like my shoulder was hurting and everything just went away. Anytime I get a shoulder pain, a neck pain, it just goes away instantly. Like if I didn't sleep right, I done took a nap on the couch and jammed my neck up the other day. And a couple hours later, brand new again. Nothing's wrong, because I'm not holding that tension in there anymore. I just let it go. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's relaxed. And that alone is something that I've seen the significant change with my dogs with, because I'm just so calm. I'm so relaxed. And the dogs are studying my body. Like, okay, well, we're all good. Everything's fine. Like even just earlier, yeah, she's still She still wants to try to go up to people sometimes. And just like, if they're looking at her, like, come here, I can see it in them. Because they'll lean over and trying to pet her to get her to come to them. But I don't know what it is. In certain settings. Out here, I don't want you to mess with her. I just want her to be on business. Other settings, I don't care who touches her. It's just something that I'm just a little too picky with, that in reality, I'm trying to let that go. Because I notice I kind of hurt people's feelings. Not that I should care about others in that sense, but she's such an adorable dog that why not just pet her because she loves it anyways. And just to be able to, oh, there's houses back here. Just to be able to experience more life. But it's things that I used to have to, like, I don't know how to say it, but other than just putting this extra force upon, like, you better listen to me right now, or I'm gonna this, or I'm gonna that. It's all going away. So when we're just walking around, they're studying my body and seeing like, dude, this dude is chill. He's so calm. And especially it's the shepherd, because he's always been weary of people. But now that I'm just like relaxed, they studying me and they're getting to that point of just extremely calm. And to me, that's something that, if my life was, this is the part that I'll say, if my life was getting worse, I would have no choice but to just give up and try a new direction, basically. Because my entire life, I've been looking for something to make my life to be able to get better, because it's been hard. It's just been very hard, very hard. And everything, come here, lay behind the fence. We good. We got to figure out where we are. I don't even know where I'm at right now, so hopefully this is a trail and I'm not just walking in people's backyards. It'd be a little messed up. But everything that I've been doing my whole life is just in a way to, come on, you leave me alone. It's his house. In a way to get myself better. So I've done all kinds of stuff, and reading all kinds of books, and doing all kinds of just wild and even like sacrificing type things to be able to get my life to get into a better place. And nothing ever was working. And until I can say, at this moment now, something's happening that most of everything around me is I'm starting to see the calmness. Everything around me, I'm starting to see just relax down. And it starts with me, that I'm now projecting that to all these animals that I'm around. And even the people that I talk to, they're starting to just chill out. And that's the thing of me, unfortunately. And if you're watching these videos and you cut off right now, you cut off because you're just trying to bring chaos to my life. And I just can choose if I want to be in this chaos or not. And I'm choosing that I don't want that. So I'm going to move into a whole different area of but do what I know I need to do to be able to just have nothing and be happy with it. And somehow, I don't know how to explain it. That's why the more and more and more that I read stuff about what we are as humans and what these animals are, the more and more I only just keep going further and further of just saying that to me in my life. It just gets stronger and stronger. But me and my life, the name of Jesus is so powerful that it's done something to be able to just allow me to be able to live and be free and allow him to be able to do with me as he pleases. And I just live. And who am I? In the sense of, I'm just the property of Jesus. That's it. I'm not me. I'm not anything more than just that. That's all that I am. I'm nothing more, nothing less. It's all that I am. And I'm doing my best to do everything under his will and not mine. I'm allowing him to dictate and control. And even in some cases, unfortunately, forcefully make me do things to be able to help me get away from, I would say, this world, and put me into a sense of, I don't know how to say it other than just take me out of this world and put me in a different way of being, that I'm not so focused on this world, because this world it doesn't really give you anything satisfying. That's why the more that I just stop caring about things of this world, I'm more that I'm not attached to it. And I believe that that attachment is what is destroying most people today. That's the whole concept of consumerism at this point today. We're wanting more and more and more and more and more, as opposed to just, you want nothing at all. You're happy with what you have. And what you have, you're going to keep on just repairing and working on it because you're just happy to be able to have. You're just happy to just be. And you don't need anything else more to make you be that way. And it's hard to get into that sense because it's hard to just let go of things that say make you feel good. And that's the problems that I run into, is the things that make you feel good in the moment as opposed to things that just are good. That's what I'm really trying to figure out more on to be able to have a better life. So weird, all these houses are right on the side of this trail. I think I know where I am. I don't know where I am. I'm straight up lying right now. Just walking. I'm just walking and going, and hopefully it'll just turn out to be all right in the end. I guess that's just how I'm just trying to be overall with everything in life. I mean everything, even down to this simple trail. I find my way. If I don't, I just turn around. But I'm just going and going and going. And what comes around the curve, I don't know. But I know more than likely it's going to be something that's going to not only just help me out, but help something else out. Because that's the key. That's the key, I believe, right there. That's the parts that I'm starting to experience here. I'm not just even getting myself to get more relaxed and clear. I'm getting the things around me to be that. And a lot of that comes down to just knowing how to respond in a way that's not reactive, to be able to help people out and not go into any sort of anger, not go into any sort of frustration, not go into any sort of jealous and envious, not go into any sort of lust, not going into any of anything, and being able to communicate. And when you're not wanting anything either, nothing, just putting out and being, it's going to allow things around to be able to be more grounded, I guess that I can say. And that's something that for me, it's weird that my entire life I've been an anxious dude, anxious little boy, I guess I can say. And I've been battling how the heck to get out of that my entire life. And I've realized the more and more that I keep going further into trying to just, because the biggest thing is I always had, not always had, but straight up, always had crazy dogs, anxious dogs, fearful dogs. I always have. And that's why for me, I realized, like I said, the dog training method just doesn't work. It doesn't help with an anxious dog. It can put a mask on it to make it seem like it's okay. But it doesn't, I don't want to use the word fix, but it doesn't fix it. And that's why for me, I've been going on a deep dive of trying to figure out other stuff here, because that stuff wasn't working. And then I just keep going further and further into something that I'm seeing that actually does work. That's why at the end of the day, some folks just have nice dogs and they can't train you to have that. You have to be it. You have to be very slow to anger. You have to, in reality, let it all go. And just understand, like, my language today, and it will more likely be until I can find something different, is if I say something to the dog and they just don't move, they don't respond, I say, I'll help you out. Let me help you out. You don't know what I'm looking for. Okay, I got you. Even if they do know. Because there's times, like, shoot, even this morning, I looked at Johnny. And I was like, let's go outside real quick. And he's just laying on the couch. And he's like, because most cases I don't care. If he knows when he's got to go to the bathroom, he's just hanging out. For some reason, no, I had something to do. I had to get moving. And I needed him to help me out with something. And he's just laying there like, nah, I'm good. And I was like, is he doing that in a way of disrespect? Or is he doing that in a way of, he doesn't know exactly what I want right now or what's about to happen? So I say, okay, let me help you out. I go grab a leash, I put it on him, and we get walking. And they're like, oh, okay, we're cool. Nothing turned into any hostile, because I could have got hostile. John, you know what I'm looking for. Get up, get moving. I could have had language like that, but I just gave up on all of that. I just said, buddy, you clearly don't know what's going on, so let me go ahead and show you. And I don't know how, but that's me, and I could say my body has been changing and just relaxing, because I'm nobody. I'm just a property of what God is. And he can push me around, and I don't care. And I think that that's the most scariest thing to most every human right now, is you don't want to let yourself go. You want to be the main show. Like I had that cool name back in the wrestling days, the Big Show. You want to be the main show. You want to be the main character. And you're not. God's the main character. And he's using us to be able to do his will of what he's created. I like to use the word he. I don't believe that's correct. But just do what it wants. Because this is God. This isn't ours. But we're living these lands today as if it's ours. Like you made it. Like you came from scratch how to make these dogs. You came from scratch to know how to put these trees here. You came from scratch and even put your own self here. There's no way. We didn't make this. So, Offie, I don't know what's that way. This way looks better. Come on. You're such a good looking dog. We didn't make it. We're here. We're not the main show. And that is so, in my brain, comforting. But at first, thinking about that concept, no, it's terrifying. It's real terrifying. Because then it lets you know that you are not as powerful as you thought you are. You're just a, straight up, I can see it. If I put my body in the wilderness, I'm a weak human being. I am nothingness compared to what else is out here on this lands. I'm very frail, very soft, and I got nothing to be able to actually survive. Yet somehow we've gotten from that point of being just naked bodies in the forest to being able to be where we are right now. It's very interesting. Thank you. We on a mission right now. This is kind of cool because I always like finding and going to new places. That's just been my new thing this past like 2, 3, 4 months. Just like, let's go somewhere new. I've always been going on the same path like the past 3 years. Like, let's just go. Let's just try something out. See what happens. Maybe it might not turn out to be, oh, wow. It may not turn out to be all that great and wonderful. But if I just always keep doing the same stuff, I'm going to expect to see all the same things over and over again. I wish I had some water tanks like this. This is like dang near a lifetime supply of water for me right here. This is cool. I don't know, the more that, okay, I see a sign. There's definitely a trail here that people use. The more I just kept going on the same trails, doing the same stuff, I'm going to expect to see and keep getting the same things. As opposed to doing something new. Doing something just very, very out of the blue. Just different. It puts you in a sense that, let's go this way, guys. This is cool. Yeah, come in this way. Kahi, I want you to go yep, don't go through the fence. Just doing something new just lets you find out more about yourself. More about what you're actually able to do. If we just keep doing the same things over and over again, we're gonna get the same stuff over and over. And that's where we start to, in reality state, we put ourselves in control. As if you know it and you got it all figured out. You're just gonna keep staying in that loop that's, in my opinion, gonna go nowhere. There's an unlimited amount of information on this planet. And we can't possibly know it all. And that's the part where God knows it all. And he could put in each of us what it is that we need to know to be able to keep the planet moving forward. It's really neat.